Eco Money on Money FM 89.3.
Hi, I'm Rachel Kelly, and this week's Eco Money comes to you from the Scottish countryside. Yes, it's school holiday season, and like many travellers, this year when planning my travels, I've been looking for eco-conscious alternatives. From a carbon-neutral car rental company to green-certified local hotels, the options are endless now. And I'm opting for a slower pace of travel as well, immersing myself and my family in experiences that are less mass market and, I guess in my case, a little bit more farmer's market. And it seems I'm not alone. According to a report by Expedia Group Media Solutions, it highlighted that 90% of consumers look for sustainable options when traveling, though 70% feel overwhelmed navigating available options and on starting the process of becoming a more sustainable traveler. So what do you need to know when it comes to sustainable travel? Well, to find out more, I spoke with New York-based Aditi Mohapatra, VP of Global Social Impact and Sustainability at Expedia.
What we're seeing really is that while there's a ton of interest in being able to book sustainable travel options, there's a lot of also challenge and discomfort with the existing system that that is out there. So for many travelers, there's a sense of how can we really navigate what is truly sustainable and find options that are really actually environmentally friendly? There's a lot of information out there for travelers, and it's difficult for them to really discern what is a real and true sustainable experience from those that may have, an award that is less meaningful in terms of its actual operations. And so we're seeing travelers have a bit of uncertainty when they're trying to really make those decisions, navigating the kind of plethora of information that is out there to really find the opportunities that are most meaningful for them.
So the question is, how do leisure and business travelers then navigate through this information overload when it comes to sustainable travel?
Yeah, I think, it is a challenging space. And at the moment, travel really doesn't have defined its single standard that really helps all travelers navigate across whatever platforms they're looking for. So often, I think at the moment, what you really are trying to find is third-party independent certifications that really verify a property's true investments in this space. But to be honest, those are challenging to navigate and identify at scale. At Expedia Group, we're trying to do our part to identify what those really kind of credible certifications look like. Again, those that are really providing a third-party certification. We're also working with our peers and our partners across the industry to do more standardization of this information. We're working through a coalition of partners called the Travelist Coalition, which is really looking to standardize both sustainability information for travelers and provide it in a consistent way across different booking platforms so that every time a traveler is looking for a sustainable option, they can do so with some credibility and some confidence. Today, we're not quite there yet as an industry, so it's still a work in progress. I think today, if you're a traveler trying to find sustainable options, really just trying to do your homework, talking to the hotel property, really identifying what parts of sustainability are important to you, and asking those questions in the booking experience as well, looking for local experiences when you're trying to book a different travel or tour operator, for example, connecting with businesses that may be investing in local employment or providing opportunities for that kind of local experience as well. We're finding those things to be really important for our travelers.
And when it comes to sustainability, travelers are willing to put their money where it matters. So what are we talking about? Well, lessening environmental impacts, supporting local economies, supporting local cultures and communities, and visiting lesser-known destinations. Now, Timothy Go, a fellow anchor at Money FM 89.3 and, as you know, a serial entrepreneur, he has launched his first hotel in Uzbekistan. It's called Hotel Banker in Khiva, and I caught up with him about his sustainable travel journey in launching the hotel. Taking a quick look at, for example, Booking.com's listing of the hotel, I can see it's got a travel sustainable level 3. What does that mean when it comes to waste, water, nature, and the community. Tim shares with us his sustainability journey.
What we do is what my partner would do is gather around the neighborhood first as the choice of people to work on the hotel. So demolition and building up the foundation. It's like whoever's around the neighborhood who are professional construction workers were the ones that were the first choice to do things, which was a great thing for me. And then when I first got there, right after the demolition, when they started building the foundation, I realized that they saved a lot of the material from the existing house that was built there, and to salvage things that can still be used for the new construction, which was fascinating.
And that's it, though. When we talk about sustainability or ESG, social is such an important component that many of us forget. And what you're doing is you're really supporting the local community by creating jobs, creating work. Although perhaps you didn't think of it that way when you were starting off the project.
The story that's interesting, Rachel, is that when the pandemic happened in 2020, my business partner, I had just came back from Uzbekistan at that time. My business partner just told me, hey, a lot of people are out of a job. They came back from Russia where they work as construction workers and they don't have a job. Nothing's, they were sent back home. And so he asked me if I want to start building the hotel at that time, because he said there's a lot of people, they can do the work, it's not going to be as expensive. So that's when we started. And that's when I realized, these are the people who live around us.
And now you've started this project and you've launched the hotel. How has this perhaps changed your perception on the way that you're going to do business going forward?
In Uzbekistan in particular, for example, a lot of focus now is on the environmental aspect of moving forward. So for example, I know for a fact that the Uzbek government is very big on solar power, and they have mandated all government buildings to convert to solar energy at some point, I don't know, in 2 years or something like that. So this kind of sends a message as well. So we are anticipating the same thing, that maybe 3 years down the road, we will be told that you need to go solar, or you need to have solar aspects, because it's like 300 days of sunshine. And there's so much solar energy that we can tap on. So the question now is, can we afford the solar panels, and can we convert them into energy that we can use? Again, in a developing country like Uzbekistan, energy, you would have known, is not always consistent. So we still get our blackouts, 1 hour a day or something like that. And for many businesses, we need to get power generators, especially for tourism. But if we can use solar for this purpose, that will save us a lot of money as well, and save the environment. We don't need to rely on fuel to power up the hotel in case we have a power outage. So that's one thing, the solar energy aspect of it. Ecotourism is also becoming the buzzword, with the tourism ministry also encouraging businesses to get into that. And that's something I'm thinking of getting into, creating yurt glamp in the desert using solar energy, and somehow maybe try to develop using whatever waste we have there for a second purpose. Not sure, still looking into it, but they're encouraging these things, ecotourism.
That was Money FM 89.3's Timothy Gill sharing with me about his sustainability journey in launching his very own hotel in Uzbekistan. I'm Rachel Kelly. You've been listening to Eco Money on Money FM 89.3. This special episode on sustainable tourism and business travel, broadcast to you straight from Scotland. I'm going to go back to enjoying this beautiful view. I'm looking at fields and forests and beautiful blue skies. Wishing you a wonderful rest of the week.